Welcome to Goodrich Golf Course, Maplewood, Minnesota, one of the finest playable golf courses, affordable, walkable, quick rounds here, great turf conditions. We're going to have Ani Heck with us, one of the finest young players in the state. Also, we're going to have Olivia Lansing, state champion, state open champion, two-time state AM champion. Now she's a coach at Mounds Park Academy. We'll talk about that. We'll check out something from the Bolts. I got a rant. We got songs. We got dance. We got romance. Take a chance. We got darts. Two-time amateur champion, state of Minnesota, state open champion, Olivia Lansing. Beautiful swing, nice high draw down the beautiful number 14 here at Goodrich. Here with Olivia Lansing, and we're going to find out what's in the bag. Caddy? What kind of clubs do we got going here now? First off, the putter.
Yes, this is my putter. This is the Callaway or Odyssey Versa 7. I just put this in the bag this year. It's the first time I've switched putters in about 5 years, so I'm pretty excited about it. I really like the way that it sets up, and this whole kind of line of putters is really appealing to the eye, so I'm really pleased with this one.
Okay, it looks like you could extract a tooth.
Absolutely.
As well. All right, so this looks like the big dog here.
Yep.
And we are going with what?
This is the Callaway Razor Fit Extreme. And I also just put this in my bag this year, and you can actually customize the color that's on the bottom, so it's pretty
That's very
high-tech.
important. That's very important.
It's just one of their newer clubs. The head is actually smaller than some of the drivers right now, so you can kind of increase your swing speed a little.
Okay.
So it's kind of unique.
Okay, and so it's adjustable too. And what loft do you have it adjusted at?
Right now it's 9.5, yep, and it's just standard.
Standard, not
Yeah.
hooked in or whatever.
Right,
So this
yep.
is one of these fancy doohickeys these days, Caddy.
Yep.
All right, now we go to this, your 5-wood.
Yep, that is my 5-wood. Yep, this is the rocket balls, TaylorMade rocket balls. And I actually just put these in my bag this year as well, and it's kind of dirty, which is embarrassing, but I really like these. They're really nice. They're super easy to hit, and just I feel like they're so much more forgiving than anything that I've played in the past. So really pleased with them so far.
Okay, and this is the Rocket Balls 3-wood.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that's good. That's good. This is your 4 hybrid, your 22 degree, correct?
Exactly. Yep. Also rocket balls, and then that is my 5 hybrid.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is what?
Rounding out
26 degrees?
I think it's 25. Yeah, 25.
Okay, very good, very good. So then your longest iron that you have in here, we're going with the Titleist, is a 5-iron.
Yep, it's a 5-iron.
So even though you're one of the best players around, you don't have a 4-iron or 3-iron anymore.
Nope.
And then let's get down to the wedges then. So you
Yep.
go right through the pitch, and then you got a 52,
Yep.
which you go with the Callaway.
Yep, these are the Jaws wedges, which they actually don't make anymore, but these are my first set of conforming wedges, so I'm kind of partial to them, keeping them around, but the grooves are starting to wear out a little, so I'm in the market for something new, but I really liked these clubs.
Okay, so you go 52 and then 58
58.
degrees
Yep.
for your sand wedge.
Exactly.
No, 60. And I noticed we got all kinds of different colored grips.
Yep, yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, it helps me tell the clubs apart, which is nice, but honestly, I couldn't pick a favorite, so I just went with the whole all across the board rainbow effect. Yeah, everyone's different color, so you get a kind of a good idea. And it's nice because you can never confuse your 4 hybrid with your 5 hybrid. It's pretty easy to keep them straight.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're with Olivia Lansing. That's what's in the bag this morning at Goodrich. Caddy? She's settling into this wedge from under 100 yards, perfectly placed into this small green at Goodrich, number 14. Searching behind into the shot. Oh, look. Amazing how much better the shot is when she does her routine. That's a good putt. Interesting that so many more players these days are putting left hand low, or what is called cross-handed putting. Now, Olivia, come on in here for a second. Tell us about your experience crosshand putting now. You started that way, correct?
I did, yep. My dad taught me how to putt crosshand. So I've never, ever in my entire life set up putting conventional.
I think it's a great method to learn because it makes you more solid on the short putts, don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, and that's the way I'm putting now. So if you're having trouble with your putting, especially your short putting, try to go cross-handed. We're going to see one of the finest rollers of the ball here in a second, Ani Heck. Hey, caddy. These are plugs for the greens, you know, when they have damaged areas. You leave them here. They're not for you. It's not finders keepers here. It's their golf course, not your golf course. No, put them all back. Now, Olivia, you've just made the transition from being a college player to being a coach. You're now the coach at Mounds Park Academy. Got done with your first year. Give me some impressions on your first year of being a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, first of all, it's incredibly fun and so great to be with the girls all the time, but it's also really hard. And in a lot of ways, I think it's harder than being a player because you are still super emotionally committed, but you have literally no control over what happens. So it's kind of challenging in that way.
So you appreciate your coaches more now that you've been a coach?
Yeah, definitely. After one of our first tournaments, I called my college coach and I actually said, "Thanks so much for everything you did," and it was just a good reminder for me of how hard coaches work to make everything fun and exciting and interesting for girls when they play.
Awesome. Well, Thanks very much for being on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Ow! Ow! Oh, no, get down. I think it's Ani Heck. God, no. Coming up next, we have Ani Heck, hole number 12, heavy rough, and this week's coach's rant. Golf, the Craig Show, the CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. Join me and my caddy as we investigate the best courses to play, see some of the best players, and talk about everything there is to know about golf. I love it. The CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. That away, caddy.
1, 2.
Number 12 at Goodrich, and boy, it is a hot one. Oh, wow, look at here. It's Ani Heck, one of the finest junior players in the state. Going to be a freshman this year at the Convent of the Visitation, correct? Finally in high school, already shooting in the 60s. She'll help us demonstrate this fantastic downhill, slight dogleg left par 4. What you see is what you get. Plenty of room to play. The rough is cut down. The greens are fabulous. Goodrich is awesome. Come and play it. Caddy, what do you think? Could you drink louder than that? Yeah, Caddy, it's not an orange. Caddy, it's not an orange. What is it? Number 12 is a downhill, dogleg left, wide open par 4 bunker on the left, kind of a smallish green tucked in there. Bang it down there and see what you get. Here comes Ani Heck. This is Ani Heck, going to be a freshman this next year. Already one of the finest junior players in the state on her way to National Junior Tournament. She's gonna rip this down there. Boom. Beautiful balanced finish position right down the middle. Okay. Ani Heck has a 6-iron in here from 140 into this beautiful par 4 number 12 at Goodrich. Let's see what she gets. Nice. Just on the left side, that's good. On the beautiful number 12 at Goodrich, Ani Heck has delivered this into the middle of the green perfectly. Here comes the putter. We're going to see the great cross-handed putting style here. Relatively flat putt, don't you think?
Yes.
Make it. Uses a cross-handed putting style, which is very, very good. It's a birdie putt. Oh, just a tap in for par left here. That birdie putt narrowly missed and put in with authority. Ani, good job. Number 12 at Goodrich. What do you think?
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. Wonderful condition. Come play it. Play it that well, and you'll be happy with yourself. Caddy. whatever it is that you're doing doesn't make sense. And it's not for that. There's no way it's for that. People have been asking, what's from the vaults? Well, let me tell you, we've been doing this show for over 3 years on the web. Now we're on TV and we like to bring you some blasts from the past. So that's when we bring you From the Vaults. Well, it looks like Caddy's found himself in some very heavy rough. He's got a long distance here. He's out of position. He's going to try to get it to the green, I'm sure. Puts down his coffee cup into a position where he's probably going to knock it over. But here he goes. He's really got to get this one out hard. Come on, Caddy. Oh. Ow. Ow. That was bad. Replace your 70s toupee there. Very nice job. Nice pelt. All right, number of problems. Heavy rough, people. When it's in there heavy, you don't want to heave it. You tried to heave it out of there. When people heave, they're hitting hard, you're going to miss contact with the ball. Most important thing is to be solid. Then there's a couple other tricks to it. You had 4-iron distance to the green, right? You can't hit a 4-iron out of heavy rough. Out of this lie, this bad for you, I'd suggest pitching wedge. Take your damage, get done with it. Now I want you to stand right over here, Caddy, and watch what I do. When it's in the heavy rough, you need to hit a slice to slice it out of there. If your club is sitting square like this, the rough will take it and hood it down. So you need to open up the club face, and then as Tom Watson or Jack Nicklaus would say, then take your grip. Open the club face, take your grip, and then slice it out of the rough. Come out and across the ball with an open club face. Across, rather than coming straight into it and having it getting turned. So you don't want to heave it, just a solid, firm swing. Firm up your hands a little bit like the wet sand to open the face. Come through and slice it out of the rough. Don't heave it. The only kind of heaving you want to do is dry heaving. You want to open the club face up, then take your grip. Okay, club face is open. Now you're going to play a little slice, and you're playing an 8-iron instead of a 4-iron. You're not going to heave it. Just take a little swing and knock it out of the heavy rough. Beautiful shot, Caddy. Beautiful shot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, The Craig Show, back at Goodrich. A portion of today's show is brought to you by Peace Coffee, Breakaway Blend. Peace Coffee. You can grind it, add water, or you could be like my caddy and just eat it. Fresh aroma, Peace Coffee. You could eat it like my caddy. I prefer to grind it, add water, hot water, even on a hot day. Breakaway Blend. You know what I'm tired of? Guy like that. He's gonna say that's his first shot. Well, you whipped on the first one, so he's gonna take a mulligan. Oh, I'm gonna take a mulligan. I haven't had my mulligan on this 9 yet. Why don't you take a mulligan? Go ahead, Steve. Why don't you take a mulligan? And I had a 5. No, man, you took another shot. You're cheating. It's fine if you don't want to write down a score. If you don't care what you're doing out there, take all kinds of shots, whatever. But if you're writing down a score, no mulligans. Stop it. No breakfast ball either. Oh, I'm gonna take a breakfast ball. I wasn't warmed up. It's like, no, if you're gonna play golf, you're gonna write down your score, play it right. No more mulligans. Coming up next on Golf, The Craig Show, more Ani Heck, cross-handed putting and dorking it in. Golf, The Craig Show, CW Twin Cities. Join me and my caddy as we investigate all there is to know, the finest courses, the great players, the equipment to use, what you need to know about golf, Sunday nights on the CW Twin Cities. That'll be caddy. Caddy. Well, that's not a putter either, but putting, we're going to talk about rolling the ball with Ani Heck. Ani, you go cross-handed putting. How long have you been a cross-handed putter, and what are some of the reasons why you putt cross-handed?
I was a cross-handed putter since I was 8, and I switched because the regular grip I was open with my left shoulder and it was too flippy, so I changed my grip to make it more square.
Nice, nice. And you roll the ball beautifully. Let's see you roll a couple, okay?
Okay.
One of the main reasons for cross-handed putting is to keep everything solid. And you'll notice that her left arm is straight and everything moves in one motion. Her shoulders, not her hands. One of the reasons that people go to cross-handed putting is because they have a tendency to kind of flip it with their hands too much if their hands are on it conventional. If you put your hands crossways, then it takes the hands out of the putt, more or less, so that you can be more solid and putt more with your shoulders. I made it. Cross-handed putting. Putt like Ani Heck. It doesn't look like much, but this 16th green is set subtly into this hill, and if you get above the hole, you will have a hard time doing anything but 3 putting. Keep it below the hole at number 16 is one of the keys. Small, great, natural green sites, Goodrich. If you can keep it from going too far past the hole, you are good. Ooh, pretty good. That was like a 20-second putt. Caddy, it's not for fixing a ball mark either. Yeah, this is Ani Heck above the hole where you don't want to be on number 16 at Goodrich, Maplewood, Minnesota, USA. Playing lots of break on this putt to try to kill it into the hill. She has struck that somewhat firmly, and now it turns, and it turns, and it turns, and it is a wonderful putt. But like I've said before, even a 1.5-foot putt back up this slope can have quite a bit of break. She'll need to play this firmly inside the right edge. Goes through her pre-shot routine. Beautiful cross-handed putting stroke. And it's 2 putts from there. Ooh, tough. Don't go above the hole on 16. Don't go above the hole on 16. Not a good range. Caddy's not satisfied with that. He's got this one left. Now let's see. On the show, folks, we've been talking about getting that ball in the hole every time. No gimmies, right? Get it in the hole. I want you to get it in properly. Caddy's now blown his opportunity to make a par. Maybe has this putt left. That is not his best effort. A bit shy. Now he's got this one. Rushes the putt. Leaves it short. And then does that. That was a perfect example of what people do. They'll get up at the end. They're so disappointed with themselves. Isn't it a shame that I did not make a par? I didn't make a bogey. I just 3-putted and I was short. I just took 4 strokes from just the side. And right at the end of it, you'll dork it in. That last shot, kind of give it a push or a rake back or sometimes miss it, sometimes kick it down. It's over for you. You're not going to, you're done with it. You're going to, you're going to do something like that or just bang it, Yeah, do something like that. Rake it back. There you go. You see people do this all the time. When it's up next to the hole, no matter what your score is going to be, take the time, Caddy. Take the time to just tap it in. Go through your process, tap it in. Make sure you don't miss those little ones. So even a putt like this long, people miss them. People on TV miss them. Don't take these for granted. Take them as an opportunity. Knock it in the hole. And don't dork it in. If you're not going to get it in the hole, if you're done trying, pick up your ball. Just quit. Don't dork it. Dorking it in, raking it back, doing this and that and the other thing, kicking it, backhanding it. Get it, knock it in the hole properly, Caddy. That away. Have that thing be rich and satisfying. Finish the hole, whether it's an 8 or 9 or whatever. And don't be surprised when you screw up the game, Caddy. You just took 4 strokes from 20 feet. Congratulations. That was from the vaults. Now we are back at Goodrich.
Go ahead, Paul.
Caddy, it's not a spike cleaner. Goodrich Golf Course is located in Maplewood, Minnesota, just outside of the capital city of St. Paul. Built in 1961 on the land that was formerly used as the Ramsey County Poor Farm, a farm for people of the indigent and elderly situation, this golf course is now a much better use of public land than that. The golf course has been open since 1961. It was laid out by the venerable Paul N. Coates, the same man that designed Keller Golf Course just a few short miles away. Goodrich is a walkable, playable, affordable parkland golf course located high on the ridge. The features of the golf course that matter most are these small greens. It might not look like much, it might look like it's easy, but it's not. The greens are in excellent condition, as are the fairways. The course is lightly treed, and you can find and play your ball. There are only a couple water hazards, and out of bounds is limited to a couple of the outlying holes. A very affordable, enjoyable, quick rounds to be had here at Goodrich. Check it out, Maplewood, Minnesota, USA. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's for. Yeah, does it smell? What it?
It's an orange whip.
It's an orange whip?
Yeah.
Show us what an orange whip does.
Well, it helps the path of your swing and your release.
Nice. Ah, it's a training aid for golf, Caddy. Fancy finding that in a golf bag. Orange whip. All right, that's the Craig Show today from Goodrich Golf Course. Come play Goodrich in Maplewood. Thanks very much to Olivia Lansing and Ani Heck for joining us, two of the most fabulous female players in the state, and of course, your wonderful caddy. Golf, the Craig Show, the CW Twin Cities, Sunday nights. Join me and my caddy as we go around and see the best courses, check out equipment, give you some helpful hints on how to play. Everything golf in Minnesota, Sunday nights, the CW Twin Cities. That way, caddy.